Hey foodies! I've been to over 50 countries, and here are some of my favorite countries with the best food from the places I've traveled to recently. This isn't an all-inclusive list and will bound to change as I travel more, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and let's embark on this gastronomic adventure together. Starting with the beautiful island of Taiwan as my #1 country with the best food. I am absolutely biased here because I'm Taiwanese, but I didn't actually grow up there, so the food is always a special occasion for me, and it just makes me feel like I'm home. Taiwan is renowned for its vibrant culture and its mouth-watering cuisine, so let's explore the diverse and delicious world of Taiwanese food. Our first stop on this Taiwanese food journey is the legendary night markets. These bustling hubs of activity are a food lover's paradise, offering an array of tantalizing treats. From the iconic stinky tofu to oyster omelets and fried chicken, the night markets are a sensory overload of flavors. If you're an adventurous eater, you'd love Taiwan's night markets. Unlike the US, even the convenience stores are worth a visit in Taiwan. This 7-Eleven in Ximending is my favorite because it's Hello Kitty themed. Everything is fresh and you can eat anything from onigiri to snacks from around the world. There are many Din Tai Fungs in Taipei you can go to, the original one in Xinyi or the popular tourist one at Taipei 101. But my family and I like to go to the one in Zhongshan because there are usually fewer tourists and the food is the same. Locals generally don't go to Din Tai Fung because it's expensive and you can get just as good, maybe even better foods elsewhere in Taiwan. However, I do love their xiaolong baos, so my parents took me to get some. A very traditional local meal we get for family gatherings is kuai cao, Taiwanese stir-fry. The food is traditional Taiwanese and it is so good, fresh, and usually piping hot off a wok. I come with my family and relatives, so I let them order and I just eat my heart out. These dishes are meant to be paired with drinks like beer, rice wine, soju, soda, or juice. This is a lot of fun and a great way to spend time with close family and friends. Here are some of my favorite things to do in Taiwan that I highly recommend. Go enjoy some afternoon tea. This is the Yen Bar at W Hotel. Other afternoon tea spots I've been to with views of Taipei 101 is the Shangri-La and the Marco Polo Lounge. Another must-do is visiting Yongkang Street. This is a super popular street amongst locals and tourists. It's near Sida and Tianyu, so there's always a lot of students around. I took classes there during my gap year and would always grab a meal here with my classmates, such as this tomato beef noodle soup shop that is one of my favorites. The soup is so flavorful and a bit tangy from the tomatoes, which is a unique twist to the classic world-famous Taiwanese beef noodle soup. Peru is one of the top gastronomical places in the world, known for its diverse ecosystems and the #1 restaurant in the world, Central. And I got to go. There are over 30 Michelin restaurants in Lima, and many have made it onto the top 50 list for more than a decade. So I managed to snag last-minute reservations to Central. It's the #2 restaurant in the whole wide world. So many people recommended this restaurant, so I was very excited to try, but also nervous for my wallet. This really reminds me of my dining experience at Puyol in Mexico City. However, here when you walk in, you get introduced to all the unique ingredients that will be in the 15-course meal. Everything is an experience. There was a lot of food and every dish was so beautiful. Each dish celebrates the unique landscapes and different ecosystems of Peru using locally sourced produce. They also bring out the ingredients as props to show you what you're eating. Though I am glad that I got to go on this journey through Peru's ecosystems with this beautiful meal, I'm not sure if I would splurge like this again, as it is quite pricey and outside of what I'm comfortable spending on food. I joined the Foodie walking tour that takes us to the markets to try different local fruits. I highly recommend going on a walking tour when you first arrive at a new place. It's usually free, tip-based, and it's a great way to meet other people, a local guide, and get to know the area. We learned about how there are more than 4,000 varieties of potatoes in Peru, and then had a fruit sampling. We tried different local fruits like lucuma. This looks like dragon fruit, but it's not. And there are just so many fruits I haven't had before or just reminds me of similar fruits but are completely different. We also went to get dinner at this local spot that the Max Yoga founder recommended. The restaurant is called Rincon Chami, and when we were there, a local asked us how we found it because it's a super local spot. The food in Cusco was especially delicious as well. I loved everything I ate there. Ceviche Seafood Kitchen. So Lindsay recommended this place. We're gonna go in. I'm still wearing my hat because it's very cold out, but I just got my maracuya, passion fruit, star fruit. It's so good. I had such an amazing experience here at Ceviche Seafood Kitchen. The staff was extremely nice and gave such great recommendations, and the food was delicious. I actually found myself having less of an appetite in Cusco due to the altitude. Research shows that your metabolism is increased at higher altitude and hunger is suppressed due to decreased oxygen, which made me so sad because I wanted to stuff my face with all the yummy foods, but I really didn't eat that much in Cusco. Then we had street food for lunch, which was just delicious and very affordable. This is a strawberry fermented drink that was very interesting to try, but I don't remember the name of. Afterwards, I had dinner at Morena with my friend Dan that I met a few days ago, and everything is so beautiful. We tried gui, guinea pig, and it tasted like bony chicken. The skin is a bit gooey, which was interesting, and I'm glad I tried it overall. We got fresh juice, and I ordered a lucuma orange juice and the Machu Picchu sandwich. Oaxaca is often described as Mexico's food capital. There's so much rich heritage, diverse flavors, and vibrant street markets that showcase the region's unique and authentic gastronomical delight. We'll explore the street food scene, go to some fancier restaurants, and check out other interesting spots or foods to try when in Oaxaca. We wandered around for quite some time and saw a lot of people at this stall, so we sat down and ordered the chocolate con leche y pan de llama. The bread is a bit sweet but stale, so it is definitely meant to be dipped in the milk chocolate. Then we ordered the famous tayudas, which is a large, thin tortilla that's super crispy from being cooked over a fire-hot comal, or flat griddle. We loved how crispy the tortilla was. I love the Oaxacan cheese, even though it's more stringy and more like mozzarella cheese. We saw people drinking tejate, so we had to try it as well. Tejate is made from ground maize, cacao beans, mamey seeds, and the white fluffy things on top is flor de cacao, a white flour that gives tejate its strong perfume flavor and distinctive frothy top. Nieve. This artisanal ice cream is hand-churned in wood and stainless steel garrafas. There were so many flavors that are preservative-free. Lemon, mango, hibiscus flower, orange, cactus fruit, etc. Next up, we got some classic Mexican street foods like esquites. Corn in a cup topped with lemon, tamarindo, and all sorts of sauces that give each spoonful a burst of flavor. Everything. One of our favorite late night snacks are Toasty Locos or Dorilocos. They're bags of Doritos with corn, cheese, and lots of toppings inside. It's so good and it's like nachos in a bag. Okay, my absolute favorite and kryptonite, street tacos. True story, I once flew to Mexico City for a weekend just to eat street tacos. I made a whole TikTok about it and it blew up on TikTok. We made reservations weeks in advance for Tika Aya. We loved how farm-to-table the food was. It was so fresh, clean, and beautiful. The 9-course tasting menu, including 2 drinks and 2 desserts, changes often and is based on what the chef finds at the market that day. For lunch one day, check out Casa Tavish. This highly recommended restaurant serves creative, beautiful food in a rustic, chic courtyard venue. I believe the menu changes often as well, but they have a lot of classic must-try Oaxacan food as well as some unique options as well. Marhaba food lovers! Our next favorite foodie spot is located at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, the beautiful country of Turkey. Known for its rich history, diverse landscapes, and warm hospitality, Turkey is also a treasure trove of delicious culinary delights. I haven't had a lot of Turkish food, so I didn't know what to expect. But I just want to say, I loved everything that I ate here. Alright, let's dive into the world of Turkish cuisine. Here are some of the restaurants we went to that were chef's kiss. We're in La Luna Terrace. We're the only ones here. We ordered tea and fish, just dessert. I'm so excited. It was really windy when we were here, so we sat inside the tent and enjoyed the kunefe and mint tea. Turkish desserts are one of my favorite things ever, so you best bet we ate so much of it this week. Even in Cappadocia, the food was delicious. I especially loved all the soups, manti dumplings, and meatballs. And I know you know how delicious the Turkish delights are, so we always got dessert. Antigua is a sister city of Oaxaca and Cusco, which might be why Guatemala made it onto my list of countries with the best food. Guatemala's culinary scene is a fusion of indigenous Mayan cultures and Spanish influences, making their dishes featuring local ingredients and vibrant flavors. Let's go. 27 Adentro blew me away. It was definitely one of our favorite restaurants. Once Once is vegetarian and really good as well, but as you probably know by now, I'm a meat eater, so it wasn't my top favorite. Perolito is a really good ceviche hole-in-the-wall spot. Frida's is a Mexican restaurant, but the queso was so good. And then our absolute favorite restaurant was Porque No. It's so amazing. Go right when they open or make reservations because it's a tiny spot. Get out of town to get the freshest farm-to-table meal at Coaba. We Ubered here and there's a butterfly farm, animals, lots of produce, and the food was so delicious and fresh. There you have it, my top 5 countries with the best food. Have you been to these places and do you agree that the food is phenomenal? From Taiwan street markets, to Mexico's street tacos, to the #1 restaurant in the world in Cusco, to the best Turkish delights ever. I've eaten at some amazing places around the world and I hope this video helps show some of those gastronomic feasts. If you're looking for more information about the countries that I talked about in this video, check out my other travel videos on my page or check out my website. Thanks and happy eating!